Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos. Millionaire invites people to come live on his paradise island under one weird condition. Most people dream of being a millionaire. The perks are too many to count. From private jets to luxurious houses and cars, there's not much that the very rich can't afford to do. It's undoubtedly tempting to want to live this kind of seemingly carefree lifestyle. But what if you actually got the opportunity? Well, an eccentric millionaire has been inviting people to come live like him on his paradise island, and unsurprisingly, people keep jumping on this generous offer. However, there was one odd condition participants didn't know about, and now it has them second-guessing their choice. Carl Rippin is from Germany, and he also happens to have millions of dollars in the bank. Though wealthy now, he started off in more humble beginnings, working on farms as a child. Inviting folks to live on his island was more inspired by his past. Because Carl was a business-minded farm boy, he put his ingenuity to work as soon as he could. He ended up building an iced coffee empire and made his entire fortune off that clever venture. A few decades later, he made a big purchase. Back at the beginning of the millennium, Carl was simply taking a scenic vacation to the beautiful nation of New Zealand. However, after spending 2 weeks there, he fell in love with the place. It was then he acquired the lavish property that would eventually cause his name to be swept across headlines around the world. At the time, however, he had no idea about any of that. The property didn't arrive in his hands in flawless condition, though. On the contrary, Carl had to spend an entire decade renovating it and perfecting the land so that it would be as close to paradise as possible. His work definitely paid off. Finally, nearly 2 decades later, Carl Rippin finally revealed his true plans for the idyllic island. It certainly wasn't what anyone expected, and the ideas were so eccentric that they put his name on the international radar. The business mogul put ads in local newspapers stating, to the shock of everyone, that a select few people would be permitted to come and live on his Awakino estate for free. Some people assumed there had to be some sort of catch. The advertisement he placed was intriguingly vague, if not a bit ominous. He offered people a chance for a new life and the opportunity to live alongside interesting individuals in a beautiful place. Activities were abound. In the newspaper ad Carl put out, he enumerated the many entertaining activities his guests would be entitled to, saying, "You can enjoy walking, fishing, shopping, kayaking, bird watching, swimming, or looking at the nice animals." In addition to all of these luxurious pursuits, those who came to live at Awakino would enjoy a great number of amenities, including a full winery, indoor stables for horse lovers, and beautiful views of the coastline. However, when something seems too good to be true, it often is. Naturally, Carl received a flood of eager responses to his announcement, but it soon was revealed that his request wasn't quite as inclusive as it was first believed. Locals of the New Zealand town with intimate knowledge of Mr. Rippin and the situation described him as a very generous man, but insisted that a misunderstanding had occurred. He'd only wanted people nearing retirement to apply. But why? My understanding is he doesn't want stupid hippies and all that sort out there. One local said rather crudely, "He's looking for people 50 to 70 years old, urbane sort of people who've traveled around the world, who have intelligent conversation." The unnamed local went on to explain what Rippin truly wanted out of the situation, saying, "He wants them to live in his houses, and he's going to entertain them and have meals with them and have them be part of the community." The truth was that Carl simply wanted company. He'd spent the last 20 years living in isolation on the island, and he was beginning to feel lonely. He wanted 10 people under 70 he felt he could relate to. People from across the globe, hailing from countries including Kenya, Italy, Albania, were disappointed, as they'd been hopeful they'd get the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to live there. Those denied even spoke out. One such ineligible person was a 32-year-old German woman who stated in her application that she'd always had dreams of exploring New Zealand and hoped to get to know the beautiful landscape and wildlife. Another rejected application came from a Filipino woman who wished to move to Awakino with her husband, a construction worker, and their 4 children. Unfortunately, a young family just wasn't what Rippin was looking for. In 2008, he made headlines again. Then he made the news due to the strange circumstances surrounding the sale of another estate in Taranaki, New Zealand. Once he had purchased the extravagant property for 1 million New Zealand dollars, he put some time into making it even more luxurious. And then, after fixing up the property, he sold it and gave all the proceeds to charity. People were in awe at his generosity.